Hello Idle Hero fans, thank you for tuning in today for my patch discussion video for Android 1.11.7 or iOS 1.9.9. It's a pretty good patch so far. It seems like there's a lot of different buffs and nerfs that they're getting into. I do like that most of them, I'll give you a list. It's like Starlight, Dragon Slayer, Faceless, Lutz, Bleaker, Mirage, and Fat Moo are all getting buffs, and I think that's perfectly appropriate because for free-to-play players on the official server, that's pretty much all you're going to have. You're not really going to have access to a ton of good characters. You might have a few, but unless you've been playing for an exuberant amount of time, you're probably going to have to pick between some of those heroes. They also, however, buffed, I think it was Field. So let's go take a look at Field right quick. Now, Field, it says here, let's take a look. Field. Upgraded the, doesn't say, maybe, thought it did. The first passive, there we go. The first passive, which just means he has a 48% chance to stun the target for 2 rounds. Now, this is actually not terrible, but since it's only going to be affecting the primary target, it's not amazing, and because he has 140 speed, it's too slow. That's ultimately the problem. They listened to me and the community when it came to Karma, and they fixed her speed. Now, at a glance, it seems like she only has 144, so you might say, like, well, he's obviously not much slower than her, but she also gets 60 speed from the guild tech tree, which puts her at like the second fastest hero in the game. So when you compare that to Field's incredibly slow, and right now it just seems like that's the same problem. Now, unlike Karma, however, though, I think one thing he's not really going to be able to compensate is the fact that his stun is for assassins. And now assassins just really aren't meta right now. You're seeing a lot more warriors, priests, rangers, and mages. Assassins are pretty much limited to Walter and Bloodblade, and usually you don't see both of them on the same team. Now, there are a few people who do have like 4 Bloodblades on their team. That person should fear Field, but that's one person, and it's very hard to build a 10-star unit just to stop one guy. So, I don't know. They're going to have to change something dramatically with Field. It's not going to be as simple as Karma, where you buff the speed and then the hero becomes strong. It's going to take a little bit more than that. So, I don't know. The second thing that they changed is the guild mill, which seems like they made it so that you can have 3 different things going at once. But I also don't know exactly how you choose, like, what you fight. Like, it's super vague. It doesn't really say. When it comes to their description, it just says guild mill has new adjustment. The progress of the order will be canceled. Please receive orders compensated by in-game mail, which means I assume that if you had a mission running, it'll probably have gotten cut off and they'll give you a refund or something. Like, they'll give you a portion of whatever it was you were supposed to win. But I do see that you can now level up the guild mill past what it currently is at. So that's pretty cool. You can start working on a little bit higher. And they also have ranks now. Before, it was just kind of, you would see like the last 10 donations, but now it seems like they actually have a ranking system, so that's pretty neat. I have like 100 million gold on the private server, so I'm going for #1, boys. But other than that, I think this is mostly just a way to increase your yield. And it seems to be that you can't be contested, because I didn't select a team to fight with this. Now, unless it goes by something like, and it doesn't seem to be a way to actually like fight for an order here. So I don't know. I assume that you can upgrade these just as you could before, and you can get more orders when these end. But I don't think that you can actually battle other people now, so you're not going to get bonus and you're not going to have stuff taken from you, but I think you are going to get a more overall larger amount of resources because you're just given 3 at a time. Alright, so the next thing that they look at is the attribute adjustment for Marauder. Now, this is an odd one. I can't really check too much into this because I don't remember how much damage I did on this account, and it's not currently available on the private server, so I'm going to have to just kind of wing it and just try to remember what it was. But I'm pretty sure I've read a few comments from people who are talking about it, and it seems like it's just a lot harder to do damage to these Marauders now. It seems like they are much more resistant, so you don't get half as many points. like as you can see here, is only 1,300 or 13,000, sorry. Whereas I'm pretty sure I was closer to like 20 or 30,000 before. I know exactly how much I was at on my private server, which was around 75 to 85,000. So we'll have to see with that going forward. But I'm pretty sure they just nerfed the amount of points you get from that, which really isn't too important. But it's kind of weird that they would do that like right in the middle of one of these little missions, I guess. It's not a big deal though. I don't think that really matters. I'm curious as to why they did it, but I don't think it's important. As for the actual event itself, it's a fusion event, which is what people expected, where you get gold, dust, these chaos stones, these monster souls, as well as super chips for doing fusions. Now, to much people's dismay, there's no 10-star fusion, but to be honest, I'm not too worried about that because that's actually a hard thing to meet. And not only is it a hard condition to meet, but you don't want to hold off on something like that. Since 10 stars are the epitome of a good team right now, you don't really want to hold off on a bunch of 10 stars just to max out a fusion event. That would really suck. If you're in a guild that's competitive, they're not going to want you just sitting there with the materials to make 2 10 stars but not actually do it. So I do agree that it's probably better that they didn't do that. And honestly, in my opinion, anytime super chips are available in an event, I'm happy, especially where these are pretty much free. You should be able to make a few 6-star heroes pretty readily if you've been saving up shards or heroes in general. This should be pretty much just free resources in my opinion. I know I'm definitely going to get at least 5 to 6 of these 6-star ones done, so that's no problem, and I'll definitely max out the 5-star one, so that's awesome. But they also came out with this event again, this heroic miracle, which I honestly thought was a one-off thing, but it seems like they're going to do that more consistently, where you just have to get 3 shadow, 3 fortress, 3 abyss, or 3 forest, 2 dark and 2 light, and you can get all of these free rewards. Like, this is a lot of materials here. There's a lot of profit orbs just given away for free, and if you complete them all, you'll get a free Sigmund. This will honestly be the first Sigmund I've ever gotten on any account, so that's pretty funny that I'm going to get one this way, but it's far too late for me to actually invest in Sigmund, but it's still pretty funny. Maybe I'll put him aside because I already have a blue hero or a fortress hero that I use, so maybe I'll just put him aside and build him up for a secondary team for like the Trial of Champions, but, well, it's not going to be too important. The main thing is you're going to get a free set of 3-star orange gear, and like, what is it, like 14, 18, 22... 26, you're looking at 30 profit orbs here. Now that's just amazing free material. And one of the big things that you have to note here is that you can unlock those even by just summoning one of these guys. Like, if you have heroes that are built up in your inventory, you can summon one of these guys and still get the points for it. Now let me see, it has to be 5 stars though, is the only thing. I don't have any 5 stars here, unfortunately, so I can't quite prove my point, but you guys understand what I mean. I'm sure if I had like a 5-star Dale in here or something like that, I could summon her that way and I would get a tick on that. So that's pretty cool. I imagine it works with these 5-star shards as well. Let's see if I can go buy one actually, just to can I get some 5-star shards? Yeah, okay, I'll buy this. I'll do this just for demonstration, where if I go and if I use this, I'll get a Lord Balrog, which is perfect timing. So I'll get which he's an Abyss hero, and now I can go in here, check Heroic Miracle, and I have 1 Abyss hero. So you could get these from fusions, you can get these from inventory, or you can get them from summons from the altar, or profit orbs, which means you can get 3 shadow, use these profit orbs on a fortress, get fortress 5 stars, and then have it work that way. It's super easy. And that's hilarious that, like, this is so much free materials that you can get for basically nothing. I know a lot of people were a little bit disappointed with the fact that the fusion event didn't include 10-star, but I think that's fine. This is basically a very good event for both sides of the coin. If you're a pay-to-win veteran, or if you're just like a long-term player, the fusion event is amazing for you. You know, everyone knows how good these are for building up resources, especially when they come with super chips. And even if you're a newer player, just getting a few of these orange pieces of gear as well as all these profit orbs for free is amazing. So it's just win-win all the way around. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the event? Do you think that it was kind of a cheap not to have the 10-star like they had last time? Or are you on my side and think that this is pretty good? It's essentially just free stuff. The value packs are the same as they've always been. When I did buy value packs, I generally stuck with the $30 one, but that's, if you want to spend money, you know probably how to spend money on this game. It's not very complicated. You just do a little bit of math and see which one fits your budget the best, and you buy that. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and if you enjoy the video, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. But until next time, thank you very much, guys, and have a great night.